This is a real short tutorial video on signing up students for ConnectEd. There are two different ways to do it. You can provide a student with the access code that you received when you registered your books. The student would simply go in and say create new account. They would input that redemption code, which is 12 digits, and hit register. They provide minimal information. They would put in their name. Student ID is optional. First initial of their last name, they hit finish, and when they do that, they receive their username and password. They need to write that down. You as a teacher will be able to see the username and change the password, but the student does not have access to it again. When they finish that, they can print it out, or they can simply hit continue, and that will take them to the student startup page when they go into it. So that's an easy way for them to be able to go in and provide that information and look it up. The other way to do it is from the teacher side. You would sign in as a teacher, log in, and from this initial screen you would actually go in and you can import students. When you do this, there are detailed instructions that tell you exactly where to go. It would be associated with your school. You would simply click download student template. You would open the template and you would fill in the required categories. Now you'll notice there are only several that are required. First name, their gender, the grade level. As I scroll down, student ID is optional, but I would suggest you put that in. You can decide your own username, or it can be created. If you want your own username, it does have to be a mix of letters and numbers. It cannot be letters only or numbers only. The password, and this is for if you want to create specific usernames and passwords. You can put the password in and then put the redemption code in. I would put the redemption code in for the class you're signing them up for. If not, they will have to take that username and password and they will still have to sign up or add that account when they go in. But you do have the option of setting this form up. Once you set the form up, you would save it. You would then go back and attach that form. You would then check it for errors, and then once the errors are corrected, it would immediately assign the username and password, or if you put usernames and passwords in, it would correct those for you. When would you want to do this? If you desire to set it up yourself, or the second time you would use it is if you have specific usernames and passwords you want your students to do. The first way, where the student goes in and they put in the redemption code, is actually the easier way. Again, this is if you had desire to go in and do it yourself or have specific usernames and passwords. But those usernames and passwords do have to fit the criteria, which is they have to have numbers and letters in them. And that's how simple it is for a student to set up their username and password.